Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Reality Is, where words do come to life. Well, look, yesterday, and this is my issue with the United States. This is my issue with the government. This is my issue with the judicial system in which we call fair. There's nothing united about these states. There is nothing that is fair about this country. It is all based on financial status and the color of your skin. Bottom line, no more and no less. So here, Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old who was caught on video, who traveled to Wisconsin on purpose, caught on video with an assault rifle and found to have killed 2 individuals. They know this for sure, that he killed these 2 individuals. Locked him up, and certain individuals decide to get together and fund his bond to get released. But here is my problem. If it had been a black or brown individual, nobody would have stepped up to the plate to fund anything. And if Kyle Rittenhouse was Kyle, who was a black individual, a brown individual, he would still be in jail today. And matter of fact, before he even walked before the judge, they would have already made up in their mind that his bond would have been denied. There would have been no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He will still be sitting his ass in jail right now, not going home. And nobody would have felt the need or the concern to gather up $2 million to release him for bond. So here is where the disconnect is. And here is where racism and discrimination is heightened, like I've said other times before. Now, Kyle Rittenhouse moved. In the records, he was supposed to let the courts know when he moved. But the argument was his safety was a concern. Well, hell no, black and brown individuals' safety is concerned. You know, white folks can do whatever the hell they want to black people. And the black person who's the victim, their safety is not a concern. But the white person who feel like they've been victimized and they actually committed the crime, now you want to turn around and be the victim too? You want to protect yourself? Well, you shouldn't have carried your ass to Wisconsin with no rifle and shot 2 individuals and killed them. And now I don't care about your safety. I don't. You didn't care about the life that you took. So why should we care about your safety? Again, here is where the disconnect is at. And that's ridiculous. So they should have violated his release and locked his ass up. But instead, the judge gave him another slap on the wrist. And they allowed him to be free. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it again. If you let the damn white folks out of jail for whatever they do, then I suggest you start unlocking the doors for the black and the brown. Because this right here is totally ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. It is discrimination and it's racism at its best. And the fault that we're having right now, the problem that I see with this equation is the judges. Because it's the judges who's providing the way of escape for Kyle Rittenhouse. It is the judges who let the police officer move to another state for his safety. It is the judge who gave the permission for the young man who was in the insurrection at the Capitol to get a different menu because he was on a special diet. Nobody else get no special menu. Nobody else get no consideration for being released. And you ain't even proved the case. But the black and brown get locked up without even all valid points. You have not even proved it to be that they was guilty or not. But white folks are walking away scot-free to live their life. They're not missing no holidays. They're not missing no birthdays. They're not missing no family functions. They're not missing anything. They're not missing sleeping in their warm beds at night while you got these prisons across these United States filled up with black and brown individuals. And you all think this is a good look for the justice system? It's not a good look. Not at all. And how do you justify this? You cannot justify it. You can't explain it away. You cannot. And I don't care what kind of lines you come up with. There is no excuses for the racism and discrimination that's taking place. And I blame every authority that allowed this to happen. I blame every chief judge that allows this to happen. There are people that's been sitting in jail for years and have not been to court for anything. But it's amazing to me that when it comes to white people, y'all can expedite their process quick, fast, in a hurry. But when it comes down to the black and brown, their ass is sitting there for months, days, hours, years, and weeks. And I'm sick of it. This is ridiculous. And this is where we need to start making a big noise about, because we're seeing this over and over and over and over again. Kyle Rittenhouse ass should be up under the jail. You violate not giving your address. We don't want to hear that shit of excuse. You don't allow no black and brown person to give you that excuse. And if it was a black and brown person, let's be realistic here. They weren't getting no benefits. They weren't getting no privileges. They would get no understanding, no compassion, no nothing. Because when black and brown stand before a judge, they're already guilty. They're already labeled. And white folks is the most crookedest people in this earth. But they get away with a bunch of shit. And I'm sick of it. Believe me when I say I'm tired. I am so tired. So, our judicial system stinks. It failed. I blame every judge, whether you are doing this or not, because as they say, one apple spoils the bunch. And the judges that's allowing these white folks to get away with the murder and get away with violating their bond, their probation, and giving them all these benefits is not a good look for our judicial system. Not at all. And again, I'm going to say this. If you're going to let the white folks go and you got it on video, the knees on the neck, the breaking in the house, and you killing people when they sleep, killing people when you don't find out they got mental issues, and you locking them up and leaving them locked up in jail, but you let these damn white folks out because you the judge and they the same color as you. That's wrong on so many levels. It's so wrong on so many levels. And this needs to cease. I'm going to say this again before I close this video out. Kyle Rittenhouse is out again. He violated his bond. Violated the rules that was inside that bond. But the judge let him walk free. And if he was black or brown, ain't no way in the hell he would have went home. Matter of fact, he wouldn't even be out on the street, because nobody would have gotten together and put together $2 million to get him out in the first place. You all feel like black and brown deserve what they get. You don't think y'all deserve what y'all get? That's some bullshit.com. How about that? Subscribe. Leave your comments, because this is ridiculous. Our judicial system stank. And now we know who's the culprits. It's the judges. That's who it is. It's the judges and the state's attorneys. Those who stand on the other side. Y'all don't care about true justice for all. It's just us. Bottom line. All right. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. All right. Talk to you soon.